Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs, cats, guinea pigs, and goldfish, anybody, everyone, welcome. How y'all doing? I'm Hambbage. Thrilled you're here with me. We're going to play hardcore vanilla Minecraft as we like to do, and we're launching off our world to hold on eternity. I don't even know that anybody caught it because I think the view that showed up on video before I made the change was my own. Um, but yesterday's video actually got accidentally dumped into the holiday special playlist, so beware, that's coming soon. Keep your eye out next week as we switch into holiday mode, and I can let you know now, the pre-recorded content is all complete. We are covered up through January 1st, actually, which I probably will be back into regularly scheduled Minecraft videos at that point as well. But so that y'all know, we've got that much time covered out. I think it's 11 or 12 days worth of content. So I'm really looking forward to sharing all that with you. Had an absolute blast putting it together. But let me know when the holidays are going. If you enjoy that content, you got to get in there and comment for me. Let me know if it's something you want to continue outside the window of just a holiday special. So, all right, that being said, last episode we wrapped up right down here. For anybody who didn't catch it, we traveled from our new 1.18 base. That's kind of weird looking. I don't know what's going on there with the glass. We traveled from 118 back through the tunnel in the nether to here. We repaired our wings, and then we began sorting out our inventory. And inevitably, as I do a morning video, things start to yawn and bubble out at me. Okay, we were looking at this a little bit, and I guess I should figure these out a little bit more. So let's pull these two. I guess let's put this in here. I don't know. I guess maybe for random trades, we would want those. Gonna actually top off the box apples right now because we'll go upstairs and make more of those. And while we're down here, I think we have additional leather here. I don't know if that's enough. So let's grab this stack and top those off. Again, we have leather boots now in our tools or weapons box, one of them, in the tools box. And for powder snow, they're handy. My goodness, the lack of power that the coffee is giving me today is amazing. We can keep that. We made all that at the Woodland Mansion. Planks are actually kind of handy just to have a few of. Now, it's a little weird when we have gear because we already have a crafting table ready to go. So we're less need to just pull out some planks and have them instantly ready, but they're there if we need them. These we can pull out and put away. We could maybe top that off upstairs or bring stuff down here to fill. But back here, we want to fill obsidian if we can. That was like the whole thing that triggered this. Well, I've been thinking about it for a while, but triggered it in the last episode. It's kind of the first thing I talked about needing to modify. So top that off, get those back. We do have the light, and I know we just put these away, but let's grab the rest of that glowstone. If we're working in a deep cavern or something like that and want a flooded deep cavern, I should say, want a little more coverage there, we can use it. Crying obsidian, I don't know that we really need to carry it, but it does, it's our recharge anchor. My goodness, I don't get it. What is going on? I apparently need some oxygen. Alright. Let's put these two random bits of log away. Dark oak, spruce, and then what do we have? It's probably not going to be those. I don't know that those work. Let's take jungle. So we have a lot of that. And we'll probably get more in the not too distant future, because one of the things I would like to do is clear clear that little entranceway to the formerly Farmer Fred village in the jungle edge. Kind of enclose that little stairway down so we don't have to worry about creepers come, but also continue to push north out of that and clear the space around, I'm trying to remember these, the space out to the Badlands biomes over there. It's kind of a gradual low priority project, but we've got a little bit of time. Thought at one point we'd put some sticks down here, but maybe not. It's kind of overkill. I guess if we had any, we took them to Franny. Alright, let's put you away. We're gonna do the fortune box, the ores and mining and all. Mining results? Yeah. We're gonna do all that to help repair tools here in this episode, but I did just want to continue to finish up these restock projects. So, we've got wood kind of coming out of our ears, a little bit more coal we can put away. We're going to put the disc and the player away here. We've got these extra totems. The only problem with totems really is that they don't stack. I think we can remember this. It's kind of right after our gear. Let's put totems in here. Because we can, in theory, if we do find more mansions, anything like that, we can eventually fill these up or do a raid farm or whatever. And I don't, that we've got leather storage downstairs. If we should overfill all that, we can take those down. Rather have the totems close at hand. So that's all done. This we would carry. We wanted a little bit more. Hopefully that's enough to top off our scaffolding. Animal box. I know I said, oh, that's fine. It's all good. But since we're doing all this anyway, we've got plenty of gates. We don't have plenty of fence. Do we already have a fully stocked fence? Was it birch fence that we had in there? Maybe we can just add to it. Yeah, no, that is oak fence. We certainly have enough of that laying around. We just may have to hunt for it a bit. Do we have any here with our rails supplies? Came out of the deal. Lots of saddles. Oh, and yeah, I think we need a new diamond horse armor because we used the one for Dottie. Downstairs, back towards the Wither room, we can get a few more. Do we have more raw beef in here? A little. In case we want more dogs. Seagrass is good for turtles. We can clear those. Now, we've gotten all the cats, so I don't find a huge need to carry around raw fish, but we've got some cooked cod. We've eaten again, at this point in our advancements, we don't necessarily need to keep all these things, but let's do a little bit of fish just in case. Go with our turtles. These were kind of mistaken. Let's put this stuff down here. We are short on name tags. There's carrots. All right, we're getting there. Oh, another brick fence. All right, we'll take a diamond to replace, and we'll take. Let's do 4 saddles. I should really probably just fill those up. But again, I don't think we have extra name tags anywhere. This is where it's good to review some of this kind of stuff. What you have, what's out there. More horse armor here. I know we moved this because it was kind of overfilling. These crimson fungus can go downstairs. That's going in. This is going here in case we want to get parrots. Those can go back. Speaking of which, these are all prepared foods in our never-ending pursuit of management. Do that. How many hay bales do we have here? 3. Let's move these as well. So we saw with Dottie. I don't want damage. All right. I think that's about as good as we can get. We will look for more name tags in the world. All right. Was there anything else we were coming up here for? Oh, golden apples, right? Apples. Not quite enough to make us a stack. All right, there we go. A little bit better off than we were. And while we are here, do that. Grab these. And I'm just trying to think if any of this stuff needs to go downstairs. But I think we're pretty good. Let's do... this. That. That. we'll have just enough room here. It's a little crowded, but so be it. And we may as well take that and do a little. We just raised that one. It was pretty smart of me. I don't remember when we raised those up. That's pretty cool. We'll top off our various furnaces here before we get into cooking mode. Been doing more glass, I think. Yep. So here goes all the coal that we had so much of. Gone. But don't worry, we're going to get a ton back with our coal ore and fortune pick as well. Just hadn't done this in quite a while, so a little bit of restocking there. These were not as heavily used. And then pile those back up. And what do we have? Gold here. All right, we've got 2 axes in hand. A little bit more XP there. All the rest of these were empty, right? So as we said, we're getting some nice supplies built up in our outflow. And all of these were good. Oh, you know what? We could... I don't know. We could keep those topped off with coal, but with the blocks, at this point at least, I'm not too worried about it. Let's dump it here for now. Okay, in putting things away, were we putting warped and stuff in the mushroom boxes? We've got some warped in there. Let's put that in there too. Ladders and ladders. I think we really wanted to leave upstairs. Oops. Scaffolding we top off. Hey, ladders we top off. These go there. All right, one more run upstairs, and then I promise we can get to loading up our goodies, our ore goodies, and all that kind of stuff. So, ladders and scaffold away, gold. There. All right. Anything else that I'm forgetting, not wanting to carry with? I think we are good to go. So, let's come back down here. We're not very fast at running downstairs. At least not today. All right. First things first, we are going to do the ores so that we can be cooking those that we can hold. Remember, we're not going to break netherite gold ore. That just gets cooked as blocks. We can actually... let's leave that because I think this is going to explode our inventory right now. There's just so much of it. We do have 2 ancient debris that we picked up along the way. That was in the course of doing our ghast haul. So, all right. It's going to be a little bit of a mishmash. Now, my understanding is, I haven't looked at this any more than you guys have, but kind of one of a last goodie of 118. Supposedly, copper ore is like through the roof now. The amount of little blobs of it that you get when you break the blocks, even without fortune, is kind of through the roof. They tried to, as a building material, tried to make it a lot easier to come by, which I haven't I guess I haven't done massive copper builds yet, but I haven't seen that big of a need. But whatever, that's the deal. So we will see how those two bits of copper treat us when we go through and fortune them. Okay, perfect. Distance. So we're getting fortunate. You see, occasionally there we're getting multiple iron blobs. They look a little like brains to me. Anybody else think they look like brains? Brains. That's what the zombies are after. We can distract them. Yeah, no XP out of these ores. We'll get that when we cook it. I'm just curious to see when our inventory is absolutely overfilled. That's why I didn't start cooking the nether gold ore blocks. Just want to preserve. Oh, we're doing. Okay, we've done all those. As you can see, we got some pretty good stuff. Now, just these two isn't going to be a huge sample, but we got 9 already. And now we have 26. I didn't expect it to be that impressive. Oh my goodness. I guess let's just do all iron. Drop these off for now because we're about to get blown up with copper, I have a feeling. Let's see how all this goes. Alright, let's see what we end up with here. There's a stack. Yeah, that's quite a bit. I was the first few blocks didn't do as much, and I was kind of like, well, maybe it's a deep slate thing. In fact, I was thinking about saying like, oh, maybe I misheard whoever it was that was seeing that prior to 118 being released. But it was kind of I saw a video. I don't remember who did it. That was getting ready for 118. It was really good, and I mentioned a lot of the stuff in it. But one thing that person said was, do not break any silk touched copper. Either leave it in the ground or just silk touch it and hold on to it until 118 came out so that you would get this copper explosion, which is a great tip because I had no idea that was coming. It was less hype than a lot of the other stuff coming out, and I mean, look at all that we're getting. Now, these are quicker, but they're not that quick. So we'll have to stage all of this depending on how our glass operation comes over there. These may get auto fed into the slower furnaces. But we are very good on copper all of a sudden. That's amazing. Now, Should we do coal first and then the fun stuff? This will begin to help our repairs. So we'll be watching the offhand pick. Once that gets done, we've got just a few tools that need some various repairs. But as we saw, we used up a lot of our coal blocks restocking the furnaces. So we can restock our supply by doing this and repair all our tools. And what this may end up doing is having us hold on to our nether quartz and stuff that we do have. So that we can keep doing quick repairs as we go. The coal I think we'll probably do, and the gems just to have them kind of reset. We haven't restocked on diamonds or anything like that in a while. Coal does not do as well as the quartz on repairing. We're getting some XP, but it just finally we got the fortune pick back up, and it's gonna kind of hover a little bit. But we'll start getting that silk touch pick cleaned up a little bit here as well. And it has been a minute since we've done any of this. We haven't really done extensive mining in quite a while, really, since we were doing the work around the spider farm. And I think we came back and processed some of all that kind of stuff into the component parts as we went, but there wasn't a ton. I'll take a peek at these, see how they're doing. They're probably in the teens, I guess. Oh, we're done. All right, hang on. So we'll do these two and the odd stack of copper. And let's make sure we put a full stack there. So it'll be the one that I check. There we go. Fresh iron. Fresh from the furnace. Alright, we'll just dump that here for now. Alright, finally back to our coal. So those furnaces, see how the pick jumped up there. So between those and maybe this run, we'll have this worst of our picks done. And then it's just little odds and ends on our various tools. Good enough. So is everybody getting excited for Christmas? I'm finally catching the vibe a little bit. Been running a few errands, although honestly I did yesterday. I kind of wasted a beautiful day because I was in the mode on that holiday special and just kind of wanted to go. And I'd really intended that was going to be a day out in the shops and all that because it's a weekday and I have that flexibility. I can go shopping when there aren't crowds, and I think today is kind of my last chance. So this will be a single episode kind of day, and then I'm gonna go hit hit some of the stores, which I think will just be getting crazier and crazier over the weekend. And then with, I assume, schools off all next week, crazy then too. So, yeah, we'll see. See how all that goes. So we didn't quite get the pick done. But yeah, today's supposed to be another bright, beautiful day. The weekend is supposed to be awesome too. Then it's going to cool off a little bit before I travel. But so far, forecast is looking good. No storms or anything on the day I'm supposed to fly, which is the worst. It's the one part of holiday travel I absolutely don't look forward to is the dealing with the airports and that chance that, as you're getting closer and closer and the days arriving, it's like, oh, yeah, it looks like a snowstorm's coming in. Because you just know. And it doesn't even have to be where you're flying to. If I happen to be in Denver, which is a big hub for kind of the Mountain West area, right? But if it's, not that LA gets a lot of storms, but in the West Coast, the hubs don't have a ton. But if Denver or Chicago or Dallas or Atlanta or New York get massive winter storms, it just throws everything off because all these other flights start to get delayed and backed up coming into them. Everything slows down and it just has this ripple effect around the country. And even on the best of days, it happens. But so far, nationally, it looks like the weather's going to be pretty good. Like we had that, I think everybody in the country pretty much felt that windstorm rip through here earlier in the week. I had it on Wednesday day. I know a lot of my family was getting it that afternoon in the Midwest, and then it was pushing on across the country. So I think everybody got a taste of that. Like that kind of stuff can just be bad. But it seems as though that pushed through and pulled down a bunch of cold, still air from the Arctic, which finally, let's get some winter going. There's that one done. We'll get all these just tiny little bits of repair. I think we have one other, like a shovel or something, in the toolbox that needs repairs. Alright, doing good here. That's getting close. So when we take this coal back, we'll come back with 4 full stacks of copper. Block. More blocks. I didn't bring over blocks of iron on that last trip because I'm not sure if that's gonna be the exact deal. Oh, can't double. It's not like potatoes. You can't twice bake it. Oh, that was a mistake. Get the gold. Alright, shovel is done. Axe. And it was this shovel that we need to do as well. Alright, let's put these in the to be moved later pile. These are going to cook. These we're going to save. I'm going to take out all of these guys. We'll take our 2 ancient debris upstairs when we're done. And let's just sort this a little bit. So these can get cooked for XP. And all of this will give us a little bit of XP to cook. But the main XP is going to be out of that nether quartz that we, effectively have air quoted banked, right? It's all sitting there waiting to just be unleashed with a fortune pick. Alright. See how this does for this axe. And then we'll check how we're doing on our time. It's not a lot of wide-ranging stuff yet in this episode. I don't know how much further we'll go. I got a lot of that axe, and we've only got that little bit of stuff left. It's a fair amount of little goodies here out of our supplies. We've got that stack of redstone. All right, I think everything here was what I was going to take upstairs. Oh, and let's take these while we're going. We should probably head over to the cows if we have time to get more beef to cook. All right, first thing. One. Is that all the emerald we got? Diamonds are nice, though. Put that in. Oh, and these. Blocks copper. Blocks of iron. Copper, that restocks a little bit, and we've got bunches more of the ingots as well, but makes up for some of the stuff we used. And the iron, of course, we are low on after having built the capsule as well. It used a lot of our iron that we had. So, lapis I wanted to block as well. Boom. There we go. Okay, a little bit more XP. We do want to cook our 2 ancient debris. Probably going to be... while we're going downstairs, let's just check the time. 37 minutes. You guys will find in the holiday specials, they were kind of all over the place. Some are like 40 minutes. Others are frightfully over an hour. We didn't approach even an hour and a half, but there was certainly some hour and a quarter gameplay going on. So, buckle your seatbelts for that fun. Not quite there yet. I guess we can sort back some of these. So we don't need the fortune pick anymore in the near future. At some point we picked up another one. I don't recall our last pick. Maybe it was just back in the cycle. But we're pretty well done with this box. It's all reset and stored, and I think this box is good to go. Still can kind of scratch our head here and look. We're a lot better off than we were. We still have a ton of ender chests, which is good. We could make, well, no, we couldn't because we don't have that much cobble. Maybe we should make a few more anvils to carry with. Now, this one's been partially used, so we placed it, picked it up, used it again. I know we're short on iron, and that's loose talk, right? For not having an iron farm, we're doing pretty well. We have all those blocks upstairs. So it's kind of one one of those rich people problems, right? Like, yeah, we're short on iron. We can't make a full stack of anvils with what we have just laying around, but we're not too bad off. And like I said, I wouldn't mind. Let's actually get this one because I do have an idea that's kind of a stopgap here. So let's take this. Come up here. It's nighttime. We will swap the chipped one, which can, because we use this one somewhat regularly, if we're just fixing a bow or whatever, we can use it up here. A little frostwalker on those. Nothing too special. So we've got a clean anvil here, and I think we will make just a couple more while we're in this kind of inventory full reset mode. Oh, we did fix the axe as well with the copper we pulled out of the oven. So we've got blocks of iron. I don't want to be over. Oh, I guess that just split out. I don't want to be overly depleted, but let's just say we won't be doing any iron building. Golems we're a little low on now, or the ability to build golems. And we made some of those blocks, but let's just dump the rest of these into chests. So these can go downstairs and go in. Let's sleep while we're up here, though. Now we'll maybe run downstairs, check on the copper, put these anvils away. I think we're too quick to do another batch, really. But doing this will also give a chance for all the mobs that spawned overnight when we were upstairs to clear out. Where are we going to put these? In here? Okay, so that's nice. Wherever we're at, we'll have those. So if we break anvils at the creeper farm or want to set up others, out in 18, we'll just have more. We can quickly combine stuff or repair stuff, whatever. Yeah. Let's check here. How are we doing on these? Ooh. Not quite as good as I thinking, but we're zipping along. Let's actually grab some of these. Now, I still don't know if there's anything we can do with just these flat bricks. I don't think so, but we can make bricks out of them, as we did a lot in the barn. So, bricks and bricks and bricks. Again, it's just handy storage. And sneakily, I wonder where I have random bricks. Maybe right here with the dye stuff. I'm going to declare for this being a good spot. We have some random junk in here. This came from making the shulker box over here. We moved some random building supplies, stairs and things like that we were using down here at the top of the basement. Whatever. They're fine. Quite enough time has passed. Not quite. All right, well, we'll have those ready. Let's go on our walk. So the quartz is actually going to come in handy for more than just XP, and I'll try to kind of think through our next couple of episodes with that in mind. Like, we should do some things that are going to just wear down tools to prepare a bit. For folks who haven't been, we're actually going inside the barn. It's probably been like 50, 100 episodes now since we're in here, but this is the lowest level of our barn, kind of down with the foundations. Clearly, we've had some Endermen visiting, which they're welcome. We got a little bit of decor going. I think we maybe have a few more banners we could replace that. Surprised we had an odd one. Yeah, we've got, just some extra space down here below the animals. And this had been where we were stashing some of our farm-related building materials. So we're doing better and better on bricks. We've got stone bricks. We've got some acacia wood and just a tiny little bit of quartz. That's what we'll need to resupply, because one of the things I would like to do while we're making these improvements, I'm not going to get into barn stuff today, but there's more we wanted to do here with adding and decorating. We've got more animals we want to bring in. I've said I'd like to get mushrooms in these, because we've got cows over here. I think this is the cow level. So cows for milking over here. We should bring in a couple more. These two are set up for breeding. Hey, let's breed them. Hey guys, I'm not going to do anything with the barn. Don't worry about it. And here I am doing stuff with the barn. But I haven't been in here in a while. It's fun. So we'll work cows so that they'll have individual. In fact, when we have the baby, we can split them out. So they each have one. This is a dairy area, right? And then we'll have mushrooms in these, and they will be milkable for mushroom stew. So you just use a bowl for that. I think if you milk them with a bucket, you get regular milk. In here we got piggies. We've got goats and sheep down here. Those are goats. Yeah, they're a little tough. If they go outside, they can jump and get out. Sheep. Up here is our larger animals. Donkey. Mule. Other donkey. And a lot of this was for the breeding, right? We had to breed a mule. We had to breed a baby donkey. Some of our horses here, I don't know if any of these got named. I don't think so. And now that we're so low on name tags. But yeah, got lots of good fun animals on this level, and we have ride-in access there, and this is kind of hay barn doors. We can just jump out over our animals. Makes it a little easier to get out. Opposite view of our field with our bees. Oh, it's nice, but yeah. For folks who were here for all the build, I know we spent a lot of time here, but for other folks, we haven't been in a while. So up here, we've kind of got the beginnings of our hay loft. We filled that up and then have the rafters up above. More dirt from Enderman. Cats in our barn. Keep the mouse population under control. What's up, guys? That's a good barn. Really had fun with that. We just endlessly more storage, more hooks and things for tools that we can set up. So lots more to be done. But what I've been talking about a little bit, we'd like to kind of get outbuildings. For instance, our chickens really should have like a coop built up. And I think what we'll maybe do is change probably that far wall and switch so that instead of a gate there, we have double gates on either side and kind of have two entrances and just leave them open, but make it a free-flowing. The chickens can come out in the yard to peck around or go inside and kind of a lean-to. For anybody who's driven around the American Midwest, you kind of know what those outbuilding chicken stuff are. Here, I'm thinking a little bit more of an open-sided hay barn to match the chicken area. The cows wouldn't necessarily need to go in. I think that's where the hay could be, but in deference to the supplies that they would need. Now, the whole reason we were waiting for monsters to go. Now, it was to see if we had some more raw beef. Let's grab that and bring it over to cook it up. Amazingly enough, we are getting close to needing to turn the cows again. And that's some of that kind of stuff I'm going to save. Like the fields, villagers, all that, I'm not going to do in these next few days, but I may do who knows what during that holiday time. We may have a few check-ins on this world, and we may do those kind of things that are kind of low intensity, low stakes, not worried about losing the world kind of activities, at least hopefully not. Alright, so we don't have enough to make a netherite ingot for another tool yet, but we're doing pretty well. Let's go switch this copper out. That would finish up our last shovel, I think, and then our repairs will kind of be at an end. Oh, it feels good to have everything reset, restocked, and ready to go. There we go. And as you can see, the shovel finished up, so all of our tools are good. I accidentally overstuffed away one too many of the... I can go upstairs too. One too many of the totems, so we'll grab that from upstairs instead of taking the backups that we have. Grab these two chests. Now, these can just go in. Dirt here. Imprinting the memory of where our totems live. There. Let's kind of take the time and do a last look on these. Anything else? If there is, I can't think of it. Okay, well, we're much better off than we were. Did I put both those away? This was the one thing we were talking about in the last episode. Again, let me check the time one more time. These all just kind of get away from me. 53. All right, so this is good. Let's go try to scratch our head here for one last question. In the last episode, as you may recall, I kind of dumped out two of these shulker boxes, right? We've got, this is a little weird going around the corner. So we've got these four that are all various assigned functions, right? We've got two different types of potions. One for fighting dragons with slow falling and strength potions. One for either being in the nether or ocean monuments with water breathing and fire resistance. We got our tools and our weapons. We were just looking at those. Although, I don't think we need much help here, but we should at least just look. Yeah, everything's fine. While we're doing our repairs. We just did all those. And then we've got TNT, not enough ever. And our flight box, which we had repaired up to start the episode series. So then we have animals, and we have all of these construction things. I think this is one no-brainer. Although the brown kind of fits into it too, with that being beacon supplies. But what I talked about was switching out our load to where we carry by default two sets of matching but unassigned. Are we going to a forest and gathering wood? Okay, the base wood goes into the whites, that everything else goes into the greens. Just kind of inventory management, extra storage boxes. If we do it that way, then we can expand here and go, all right, we've now got light gray, which we need to fill up with cobble. And I think we have just a couple pieces of it. Let's actually put those in just so that the box doesn't get confused out. I don't think I'm likely to forget, but it helps me when I'm talking through it to show you guys, like, oh, hey, yeah, see, this one has cobble. It's only got a few pieces, but there we go. And then we have our glass and our diorite, which we use in making our various nether hubs, where we're going to enclose the portals. And now I think we can take 2 more of these boxes and make those kind of treasure or whatever when we're out. They can be in conjunction with these guys if we want. Because here's the deal. We've seen it when we're working with Franny in the mine, right? You have one for all the stones and ores. You have one for all the mob loots. Those fill up and you don't end up topping off all the stacks. So you end up with, 6 of these boxes and all have varying degrees of, blackstone, right? Something that you're not getting all the time, but there's just a mixture. But for ores and things that you're really focusing on, or emeralds or things that you may want to pull out, it's kind of nice to have a box that you don't switch out all the time. It's not filling up. And so you can say, all right, all my diamonds are in here, that kind of stuff. So I think we'll keep 2 of those and then 6 each of 2 other colors. If that starts to change, we've got all this extra inventory, right? We could do 3, 3, 3, and 3 and have 4 colors. We've even got extra whites. And, as you get more shulkers, you can just have more shulker boxes, on and on and on and on. And some can, become more permanent storage kind of stuff, whatever you need. There you go. But now we have this spare purple, and we can set it aside. In fact, I've done this so long now in this world, I don't know if this is going to be stupid, but let's real quick switch the white out with the purple, since we already have a bunch of another set of white chests, right? There's all that. All that. White chest, you were good. We never lost you. That's saying something. And then we got purple now to go in. So, yeah, we could, if we want to start color coding out some of these, we can. And as we very soon, when we start really focusing on the HCMC, we're going to go through all these new dragon portals that we have and start checking to see who has the closest end city where we can grab a shulker from, right? But in the course of doing that, this box and many more could get all filled up with shulkers, and we can just keep adding to their color supply as we go. We'll see, though, how we're going to do it. But I think a little bit apologies. No, I don't want to waste even that XP. We know that there's copper in there, but we don't have a need for it immediately, and we don't any longer have so much. These will all go in when we replace, but I'm going to leave that as is because we'll get XP. We can repair a tool coming out of it. So, episode recap, we did did all the coal, cooked all the ores, the iron and the copper, and got our gems out of what we gathered in exploring 118 and kind of just piled up before then. So all that's been cleared out. We've totally revamped the inventory, restocked our various gear and goodies, hopefully pretty well, and cleaned out a lot of the stuff that we didn't need to be carrying around. All our tools are repaired up. We're kind of at a new tipping point of excitement. And the excitement is a little bit in quotes because we don't want to go too hard into anything yet, knowing that we want to be ready to dive into working on how do we get here as soon as we get past the holiday season, the new year. So we'll be looking forward to that. In the meantime, we're going to kind of do a few things around here and do a few things maybe back in this area. Some of the more routine things that I definitely have on my radar, I would very much like to somewhere around here, and I'm kind of teaser. This may be the next episode. I don't know. We may go down. We only poked our head up into this abandoned mine at the beginning of the game. We didn't have much gear. It was scary, and we kind of worked our way back in a way and just kind of secured it up. We haven't fully explored that. It could offer a lot of fun and excitement going around. Also, underneath us, the basement has opened up completely. So, goes deeper now. We're at level 11, but that now goes down to negative 64 or whatever. So, there's new stuff to explore right below our feet. There is the jungle, as I talked about, to harvest wood going out to the north that way, past old Farmer Fred's farm. That could all be a fun activity to kind of do. And again, things that are helping us down the road for HCMC. The one that doesn't really have a lot of bearing, but I would like to do is the coops that I just talked about, the coop and the cow building on the edge of their pens, and also making larger fields for llamas, horses, donkeys, mules, some of those larger non-barn species that we might want to have around. So lots and lots and lots of fun stuff that we can be doing in and around here and also out in the world. I'll kind of see what the next couple days bring. I don't mind playing these days straight. This is regular. Top priority is don't lose the world, but it's hardcore and we risk it. I'm not going to necessarily try to shy away from it. Today we didn't have a whole lot of risk. We were inside, but we will move around, fight monsters, do all that kind of stuff. And if the worst happens, it happens. Hey, that's hardcore. But through the holidays, for any of you guys that may be checking in or out or worried about it, if I do have unscheduled episodes that drop in, I'm not going to be particularly aggressive in those. Still, it's hardcore. It'll be here if something tragic should happen. You'll be able to come back and see the episodes, but don't feel like you have to be, you're doing stuff with your family. You've got your own holiday plans. So if you don't see those up to the minute, don't worry about it. They'll kind of be trading with villagers, harvesting the fields, maybe doing the cows, that kind of stuff. Not even things like mining for cobble or wood or anything like that. Just very basic stuff we've already done that I typically wouldn't do, and I'll just do the old chat through the holiday stuff. Let you know what I'm getting up to, ask about what you guys are. So check back for those. I think they're going to be a lot of fun. But remember, next 4 or 5 days, however many I've got, 5 I think, will be business as usual. So keep going, and I'll try to make it clear in the descriptions once I've switched over and what's coming up. And you'll see, I think 8 a.m. Mountain, I know there's a couple I missed. I'm going to have to go back through and check the scheduling details, but they should be daily popping up at 8 a.m. My time for the holiday special episodes, so you guys can check into those and just know that they're out there. And then anything that happens outside of that would be back in the Minecraft world. So we'll see what we get back to. Alrighty, guys, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm off to shopping, maybe not mall, but shopping store craziness, and wish me luck. We will see you all back here for the next episode. Bye now. Thanks.